So we have a little bit longer to play with. Is there anything else that you feel like this is a real barrier to me at the moment? I've got a real negative feeling around something that I would like to work with and work through while we're here.
I do think that I have not got the healthiest relationship with money.
Okay.
And I think, sometimes I see people's lifestyles, and I am capable of earning so much money. I have no doubt about my own capability.
Yeah.
And then I look at people's lifestyles or material things, and there is a part of my subconscious that goes, but that's not for me. And it's not that I don't want it, it's that it's not for me.
Yeah.
It's out of my reach.
Yeah.
And then I wonder, where is that coming from? And why do I feel that way? And, because that just doesn't feel right to me on another level. It doesn't feel right to think that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
It's not in alignment with my ability or anything. So, yeah. Very often when I think about large sums of money, I get very fearful.
Yeah. That's the one to work on there.
Yeah. And what am I fearful of?
Yeah. Hard to put a finger on, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What do you worry might happen if you had large sums of money? Is there anything kind of behind that fear, saying like, oh, but this might happen, or does your mind automatically go anywhere?
No, sometimes little things like I would think something's coming due, could be a payment for something, or my car insurance is due or something, and I just, when I think about it, I get this massive anxiety that rises in me.
Yeah.
And also when I do think of large sums of money that I could earn, it's almost like I feel what is the word I'm looking for? Almost like disbelief, or
yeah. Okay. Which one would you say is bigger, or are they very similar feelings? The anxiety around things like bills becoming due, or the fear around large sums of money? Which one feels sort of stronger and more powerful to you?
I don't know, but I know that those feelings that I have around money, like if it's money that I need to pay out, it's anxiety.
Yeah.
Even though I always have it to pay it out, so I don't know why I get that way.
Yeah.
And if it's like earnings, and my earnings are increasing all the time because my business is going really well.
Yeah.
Then it's almost like I can't see into the future.
Yeah.
Like I know in my head where this can take me.
Yeah.
And it's a tried and tested model that I'm working.
Yeah.
And I have lots of colleagues that have gone ahead of me and have done really, really well. And lots of them that are less capable than I am.
Yeah.
That have done really well.
Yeah.
And yet, if I look into the future, I can't visualize myself in that place.
Okay.
So that's the best way I can describe it.
Not such an anxiety there, but more of a, like, it's just a mental block. It's just,
yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'd have to look at this massive anxiety, because that sounds like a real kind of strong feeling. And I
think also it might be that that's what's stopping me from seeing what's in the future.
I wonder.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's things like limiting beliefs. It's very easy to start drawing conclusions and say, well, that must be that, because, but very often they do come back to a common thread. We don't necessarily need to know exactly what's behind it to be able to resolve it. So that's
exactly, yeah,
about this. So if we have a look at that massive anxiety, maybe that's going to help us release a little bit. So
yeah.
So again, if you put yourself into that feeling, that anxiety, that negativity, how strong is that for you?
That's a 10. That's a 20.
20 out of 10. So really
yeah.
powerful. Okay.
There's no doubt there.
Yeah. Okay. How familiar is that feeling?
Very familiar.
Very familiar. So again, I would like you to find in your mind the earliest time you can remember that feeling.
Okay. Yeah.
Brilliant. And same thing again. So let's keep that feeling, that memory vividly in mind, and just following. Nothing. When you go back to that memory now, what's happening for you?
That same feeling in my chest as before, but it's not massive.
Okay.
I would give it maybe a 4.
Okay. So it's still there, still not 100% pleasant, but it's definitely
Yeah.
How familiar is this feeling?
It's familiar enough, but not as familiar as the last one.
And same again, just have a think for a few moments. Try and place this 4 out of 10 feeling as early back in your memory as you possibly can for me.
Okay.
Okay. Let me know when you have one.
Yeah.
Okay. Great stuff. Fantastic. Okay. And when you go back to that memory now, what happens?
Nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
I can just remember it.
Yeah. Okay. Just ask, was it anything to do with money?
Yeah.
It was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't. Sometimes they're completely different.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay.
Yeah.
So does that feel like it's in a quite nice place for you now?
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to observe.
Yes. Yeah.
The next short while, because I have lots of opportunity to observe this at the moment.
Oh, brilliant.
Because the branch of our business that we're working in right now is very new.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That would be really interesting then. Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Good stuff. It sort of disconnects that emotional element from it almost, so that we're not sent straight into our emotional brain when we connect to things that feel like a pattern match, things that feel very similar to that experience. So
yeah,
I would anticipate that it should change things quite significantly in terms of let's see.
Yeah, and they're two very big things that were massive in my life.
Yeah.
Like massive, and prevented me from making the types of decisions I needed to make, or no, it's been massive. So I'm going to be very interested in this.
Yeah. Let's see where we go.
Bizarre how it actually works, isn't it?
Yeah. It's fascinating. I was like, I've been in therapy as a therapist for like 7 years, and it's completely kind of blew some of the things I was doing before out of the water. And like, wow, I didn't realize it was possible to make such a big change in such a short space of time. But it's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's not saying we've solved all the problems and all the issues in one go, but it's it's very, very powerful at just targeting those specific things that are really causing you some bother. So
and that's the thing, like I think I've done lots of like talk therapy, and I've done the constellation stuff. They would be primarily what I've done, to be honest. But lots of them. I've done loads of the constellation stuff because I was part of a workshop group for years. And I kind of subscribe very much to what's his name? Why I'm having a mental block. Who wrote Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself.
Oh,
it'll come to me in a second. But his thinking is basically every time we go back there, our body's going through that trauma again.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And can't tell the difference between remembering it and actually reliving it.
Yeah. 100% true. Yeah.
Joe Dispenza. That's the name I was
yeah, he's absolutely right. That's genuinely how it's neuroscience.
So like when you have a tool like this, that you can sit and spend a half an hour or an hour and work through something that like it is a neurological solution.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, why would you spend all those years putting yourself through that again?
Yeah, exactly. and you can sit and analyze things until the cows come home and still not get to the bottom of it, whereas this just goes boom boom boom.
Exactly. I found myself there when I was saying to you, and I don't know where that comes from. And then what I was saying inside my head is, what does it matter where it comes from, so long as you can get rid of it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Wiping the slate clean, let's go again.
Yeah, exactly. I love the idea of this.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love the idea of it. And I've seen there what it did for me in my body.
Yes, yeah, it
I
does.
now want to see what it's going to do in my life.
Yes. Well,
Yeah,
keep you posted over the next few
I
days.
definitely will. I definitely will.